where we roll high, big whips, big joints, big blunts, it's the Buckeye way. We rolling nothing but that loud, Buckeye loud pack. Let's roll up Ohio. Heavy bass hits, horns rise, mastermind cannabis, Ohio Cannabis live. We here to unite. Let's light it up. Ohio where we roll high, big whips, big vibes, big joints, big blunts, Buckeye loud for life. From 216 to 614, we keep it lit. 330 and 740, we the ultimate. Nothing but that loud pack, the pride of the state. Roll it up, light it up, let's elevate. From Akron to Canton, Columbus to Dayton, Buckeye buzz so strong, there's no debating. You can see the smoke rise, we shining bright. Ohio loud got us glowing in the satellite light. Ohio Cannabis live, yeah, we here to stay. Uniting 88 counties in a major way. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. We on a whole new level, Ohio's the vibe. Big clouds in the sky, Buckeyes ride or die. From 419 to 513, we keep it tight. 937 and 440, we ignite. Big joints in Columbus, big blunts in the south. From Toledo to Cleveland, we lighten the loud. Ohio's united, this our time to shine. 88 counties reppin', all on the grind. Put it in a joint, light it and smoke it, Buckeye pride strong. Ohio's the focus, from I-70 to 71 we ride. Ohio Cannabis live, keeping us unified. Let's roll up Ohio, let's toke and chill. Big blunts, big joints, yeah, you know the deal. Buckeye loud pack, we blazing the game. Ohio forever, remember the name. Let's roll up Ohio, we rollin' proud. You can see the smoke from space, it's that loud. From the fields to the streets, we feel the thrill. Ohio's the anthem, let's roll and chill. Ohio, Ohio, let's rise together. Buckeye pride, yeah, it's now or never. Big clouds, big vibes, we set the tone. Ohio's...
Sorry, if
Yeah,
I
go
may.
ahead, please proceed.
This is a difference between alcohol under the age of 21 and intoxicating hemp that I'm asking about. So not the difference between cannabis and hemp, the difference between under 21 alcohol versus the drinkable products.
Yeah, I think there is a general feeling in the caucus that we're comfortable with the penalty being higher for marijuana and intoxicating hemp than alcohol. I think that to Rep. Calendar's point, I think that'll probably be a source of continued debate as Ohioans kind of get used to a fairly substantial new landscape here. But I think, rightly or wrongly, I still think there is a view that we're a little more concerned about selling kids weed than we are selling kids a Miller Lite.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live. Welcome back to another stream here. We're live every Friday at 4:20. Thank you. And as you heard it for yourself. Okay, well, I'm doing something right now. Got this husky here. I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Yeah. So yeah, so if you're new to my content, please do a favor to like, subscribe. All right, so if you're new to my content, please hit the like, subscribe, and you already saw, y'all probably read it. She's out here hollering at me right now, and I'm not gonna let her holler at me while I'm live streaming. So anyway, like I said, so we've got a lot to unpack here today. If you're new to my content, please do me a favor and hit the like, subscribe button, and share the video with a friend. One other thing I want to talk about is, you know, even though we haven't had a lot of guests on the show lately, this show is open to anyone, regardless of what you look like or your orientation or anything. We're open to everybody here at Ohio Cannabis Live, and we definitely want to make sure that we are diversifying our audience. So, like I said, share the video with another friend. But yeah, the goal here is to educate you and also entertain you at times in regards to what's going on with the cannabis space. Now, what I got to talk about right now is going to probably be pretty much bad news, but I'm going to start off with the first thing that we heard uh, in regards to Sub Bill 56, and this is about hemp. The first thing that was blurted out in this term we're hearing now: hemp dispensaries. What is a hemp dispensary going to be? This is going to be a dispensary that only sells hemp products, intoxicating hemp products, and will be required to be licensed by the Division of Cannabis Control. So basically, they'll be going under the same rules and guidelines as other licensed cannabis dispensaries who could be, I don't know, right around the corner, across the street, next door, down the street. So it seems like this is going to make a lot of people confused about what is what. So a lot of advocates like myself are very frustrated by this, but this is just the small thing. This isn't the bigger problem. The bigger problem is that they, as you heard, are more worried that a kid's going to get weed than alcohol. And alcohol has killed how many people? And weed has killed how many kids? How many kids? Does anybody have a number on that? Somebody look it up. How many kids have died from weed? I want to know right now. Let's go ask one of these AIs. Is Siri in here? Is Google in here? We got this AI now. Okay, Google. Question: has any child anywhere on earth ever died from cannabis? It's a big deal, y'all. Very rare. But give me a date and a time when this has actually happened. There is no specific date or public information available about any child dying from cannabis. But there is something about 11-year-old, 11-month-old male. But this is not definitive proof. So okay. So we have another one here that said a child died allegedly uh, in May of 2022 from consuming marijuana edibles in Virginia. So I think we still need more information. But again, if that's it, two in the whole world, that's horrible. Two's too many. But two? And then how many have died from alcohol? Oh, we're not even going to get into them numbers. The point has been made. They have made it clear that we are still the boogeyman. We are still the bad guys, the bad girls, those stoners, those cannabis users. That's okay. That's all right because we're going to help them learn. We're going to help them learn. And that's the only way to fix this problem because right now, these decisions that are being made without a lack of understanding of the consumer market, a lack of knowledge about products in general, um, a very disruptive testing program, I will say. I feel like at this point, um, we have to as a cannabis community start to really unite and coalesce around each other and say that, you know, right now, um, we cannot allow y'all to pass this sub Bill 56. I want to talk about some of the things that you need to understand. So, say you and your friends are riding in the car and someone in the car smoked weed, not the driver, but maybe a passenger, and the police pull you over and they smell weed, then they can go after everybody in the car, starting with the driver. They can impose new criminal penalties that didn't exist before. They can, if you get fired from your job, they can ensure that you don't get unemployment benefits. They can ensure that your landlord can evict you for consuming cannabis on rental property. They are going to make it easier for people to be punished for consumption of cannabis in various scenarios. They did not change the home grow count yet, but they want to reduce it from 12 per household to 6. That's still part of their evil master plan. Um, I think that for somebody who is in extreme pain all the time, every day, and relies on cannabis for pain management, some of these policies and ideas are outrageous and ridiculous. And to think that we legalize it to find out that they're going to impose a felony charge if you sell weed to a kid and get caught twice doing that, that's a F4, F5 felony. But it's okay to give a kid a Miller Lite, though, as you heard. So I think that it's important for people to understand that as cannabis consumers, we have to speak up very loud and clear. How do you do that? This is by showing up. This is by providing testimony. This is by calling your local state reps. Uh, right now, the bill was passed in the House. So now it goes back to the Senate. So now what you need to do is call your local senator, whoever senator represents your district, and tell them they need to absolutely vote no on sub bill Senate Bill 56 because of the criminal penalties, because of the ridiculous rules that they put in there. It's just not good for the cannabis community, and we have to stand united on this thing. It's not where I could just sit here and sugarcoat various parts of it. There's not one part of it that I like. I think the whole thing's a mess. I don't want hemp businesses to go out of business. I do want hemp companies to be able to operate. I do support them, but and I do believe they need regulations. However, I don't think there should be this trade-off where hemp companies get regulated and then cannabis consumers get violated. I don't think it's a fair trade-off. I don't think this helps the license holders or OCAN or any of these other people either, because now they have to worry about the confusion. Another thing I want to talk about is this new information I received that all the products that have fruit names or food names will be changed after November 17th or somewhere abouts. I've posted a short video about this. This is going to happen. So, for example, I'm going to give you a real life scenario. I'm hearing layer cake will be no more. I'll be clipping this. This is bullshit. Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. 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 We're talking about changing the names of all the strains in our program to names that they're not. We're talking about creating a total customer confusion cluster. Beep. I'm not going to say that word. But this is what is coming. In conjunction with that, back in April, they made the testing labs reformulate the THC so that it would test products lower when they're actually testing higher. So that means when you see a product that is 17, 18, 19, 20%, it's actually not. Actually stronger. Why did they do this? Let me tell you why. Because there was a deal made here. It was either do that or make cultivators grow lower THC weed. And no one wanted to do that. Also, in sub Bill 56, they want to lower the potency on concentrates. Speaking to all my dabbers out there and all my concentrate lovers, from 90% to 70%. They've been trying to do this for some time. It's in there. When it comes to edibles, they want to make it where all the packages are 110 milligrams only, meaning that if you need high dose edibles, you will need to buy 5 times the amount of product to get to, let's say, 500 milligrams. So right now we have products that are 600 milligrams. Grow Ohio has a product that is 600 milligrams of THC. No more if this all goes through the way they want. So as we look at how the year is wrapping up, the government shut down. Food stamps will not likely be available. And right when things could be turning around, prices could be coming down in the cannabis space in Ohio, which I have seen this. We have 2 separate tracks. We have prices that are falling at some dispensaries and prices that are not changing at all at others. And they're selling the same products from the same companies. We also have a situation where some products are extremely hard to get, and only 1 or 2 dispensaries get those products, and the rest of them go to whoever grew them in their dispensary. We also have the confusion of the consumer understanding that I should buy the product with the highest THC. So if you're a person looking for high THC products, those are the ones you seem to be competing with the market for. And all the other products with the low THC, which is actually higher THC, as I said, are sitting around expiring and getting destroyed. Let me remind you what happens to cannabis in Ohio when it quote unquote expires at the dispensary and no one buys it. It is required under law to be destroyed in a way where it cannot be salvaged, reused, or resold. And the only way they decided to do this is to take trash, dirt, and debris, and mud and crap and whatever else they could find, bust all these products open, and throw them in a big machine and dump a bunch of cardboard and trash in it together to make it so nasty, so unusable that no one would ever try to use these products. So, good products that have no issue whatsoever, other than the fact they're being labeled as low THC products, are simply being destroyed. This is causing quite a loss of money for companies. Imagine the job of a bud tender. And those who don't know what a bud tender is someone who sells you your cannabis at the dispensary. Oh, did I say that on YouTube? Oops. 38 plus states, 30 something plus states in the United States of America legalize cannabis. Get over it, YouTube. Meta and all y'all. Get over it. I thought my dog was there, but she's outside. Remember, I put her out earlier. So I have to get her back in here in a minute. So as I look at the comments, we got about 17 people watching. We need to start really thinking about what days I can go live, what times are going to work for the other shows so that we can start to get these live streaming numbers up higher. I also want to make sure you understand a few things. Medical cannabis patients with an active medical marijuana card will be given free entry to the Ohio Cannabis Expo next year. How that will work is there will be a code that will be provided to you before the expo that you will use to get your ticket for 2 days for free. Now, these are going to go really quick, and this place can't hold everybody. So I'm just telling y'all, when I release these codes for the veterans and for the medical patients, Don't wait until May of next year to try to get your ticket. It's free. Get your ticket now. Once I put these codes out there, get the ticket right away. Don't wait. Because if you wait, don't worry about the mapping what's on my website right now. I know people, well, you didn't really have any companies on the site. That takes time to get on there. Just worry about being there. Start making plans now for May 22nd and May 23rd here in Ohio, in Ohio, and at the cannabis here at Columbus is what I meant to say. um, we will be having our first Ohio Cannabis Expo in Columbus. We've had expos before in Canton, and that was kind of our first kind of like run at this. So we've learned a lot. If you're someone who watching this and wondering if we're going to be selling weed at our expo, the answer is no. This isn't that type of thing. This is going to be a place where you can come there and have fun, get information, and we will be featuring our cash grab booth. I was hoping to show y'all a live stream of my cousin jumping around in the booth, but it didn't happen. But you will see us, and you will see the cash grab booth soon. So that will be an opportunity for you to learn about this cannabis space, meet some other people in the cannabis industry, and also have a chance to win. Should I dare say it? Real money. Real money. So another question I'm gonna get asked constantly about this event is there gonna be seeds and clones there? And as of right now, thanks Mama Mastermind for the super chat. As of right now, we are not able to sell seeds and clones at a state compliant expo. We are still working out trying to figure out how to do that because we would like people to be able to do that. But what I can say is that if you are a glass blower, an artist, someone who makes clothing or other custom items that are related to cannabis or not, you're welcome to get an exhibitor vendor booth. And it's $700, and we do require a deposit of 50%. It's non-refundable. So that is open to you. If you are a veteran or nonprofit, we're doing a really special deal for you where you can get your booth space for $250 plus fees. Everything has fees, tickets, everything. There's going to be fees. Y'all should know this. That's how they work. That's how the universe works now. So everything is plus fees. I just have to be transparent with you. So if you say, well, I didn't know he said 15, but it's 15 plus tax. I don't do taxes fees. So I'm gonna make sure y'all understand that. Now, you can still support us directly through our website, ohiocannabislive.com/donate. You know, that's one way to support us. You can support us through Cash App. I have that coming across the bottom. You can support us through Super Chat. Thank you again, Jimmy, for giving us some memberships. Welcome, Seven. Welcome, James. Welcome, Dr. Benz, Robert Rittenhouse. Hey, Jamar TV, and Craig. Hey, I just want to say hello to all the members of the channel. I'm sorry I missed out on our weekly video, but I will be back at it, and there will be more member videos. And there will be more member-only activities as well. And I also want to remind you that if you are an active member of the channel and you're an active member of the channel, next year there's a surprise for you coming. That's all I'm going to say right now. So, just to be clear, recapping, Ohio Sub Bill 56 was initially passed out of committee, and then it went to the House floor for a vote. It was passed in the House. Now it has to go to the Senate, and it has to be passed in the Senate. The Senate is the one that created this bill. Okay, so once this happens, then it will be on DeWine to sign this into law. They anticipate he'll do this before Christmas. So that means that we have very little time to push back. We have very little time to educate and inform. So, what I would like for y'all to do is I would like for y'all to really, really, really just pay attention to what these people say. And I'm going to play what this guy said one more time because I want y'all to really digest what they said and let it sink in. So I'm gonna let this play for you one more time.
Sorry, if
Yeah,
I
go
may.
ahead, please proceed.
This is a difference between alcohol under the age of 21 and intoxicating hemp that I'm asking about. So not the difference between cannabis and hemp, the difference between under 21 alcohol versus the drinkable products.
Yeah, I think there is a general feeling in the caucus that we're comfortable with the penalty being higher for marijuana and intoxicating hemp than alcohol. I think that to Rep. Calendar's point, I think that'll probably be a source of continued debate as Ohioans kind of get used to a fairly substantial new landscape here. But I think, rightly or wrongly, I still think there is a view that we're a little more concerned about selling kids weed than we are selling kids a Miller Lite.
Okay, there you have it. More concerned about selling kids weed than a Miller Lite. And then I gotta ask Rep. Stewart, that is Rep. Stewart we were just seeing there talking, of the House Judiciary Committee. Why Miller Lite, buddy? What made you a brain? Is that your favorite drink? Is that what you like to drink, man? Miller Lite? Do you give kids Miller Lite? I just understand the logic. Why you would make such a statement like that? That your general, you're speaking for everybody in the room, bruh. You saying that alcohol is not as bad, weed is worse than alcohol? What? What? If you're new to my content, like, share, subscribe, because I'm bringing y'all this news, this information, and I'm making sure y'all get it this time. This is what we have to do. Call to action. You need to find out who represents your district. Your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to ask your phone, I don't care whether it's Google, Gemini, Siri, or ask your Alexa, to figure out who your state representative is, who the senator is who represents your district. Then you're going to go and look that up, and you're going to find the contact them form. And you are going to tell them in about 4 sentences why it is imperative, it's mission critical that they not only vote no on Sub Bill 56, but that they call an emergency meeting and allow testimony. Because here's what you don't understand. Before we went on break, and we stopped this from happening before, we meaning the cannabis community, the bill was written differently. This new bill that was just dropped and passed, very few people have read it, seen it, or digested or understand the changes. What's happened here is 3 bills have been merged into one. Senate Bill 56, House Bill 198, and House Bill 160. This bill takes all 3 of those pieces of legislation and makes it into one big gooply-gop to make Mr. Governor DeWine happy so he can lift his hemp ban. But you tell me this. Do you, in the comments, do you truly believe what Rep. Stewart says, that it is worse for a kid to get weed than alcohol? I want to know in the comments. I want to hear this. I'm going to say it again very slowly. Is it worse for a child to be sold or given alcohol or weed? Which one is worse? Is it worse for a kid to get weed, or is it worse for a kid to get alcohol? What is the general consensus of the people watching this channel? Weigh in on this in the comments on the replay. I want to know what y'all think. Y'all already know where I stand on this. I just told you at the very beginning of the show. I think it's absurd. Unfortunately, research that we done live here it told us that there was two, who may have potentially died from cannabis. I haven't seen the evidence. I don't know if it's been peer reviewed. Let's just assume it's true. Let's compare it to the millions of people around the world who have died from alcohol. The kids, the parents, all the abuse that has happened under alcohol, all the mental health disorders that have been created from alcohol, all of the health issues, kidney disease, liver disease, heart disease, diabetes, all traced back to alcohol consumption. We don't need a research study on this. It's facts. It's facts. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to get up and deal with things, and when you're in your environment, you say, "Why did he get up for?" I had to get up and take care of something, y'all. So it was driving me crazy. Um, so yeah, I think that I'm looking at y'all's comments, and I'm sorry I haven't read everything, but um, you know, I asked this last week. I'm gonna ask it again. Do you think there should be a hemp dispensary? Do you think it should be sold separately, or do you think the hemp should be sold in the dispensaries? Do you think seeds and clones should be in the dispensaries? Um, I want to know this in the comments. And I ask this every week. This is part of our routine. What do you have for dinner today? For me, Mama Mastermind got us some Olive Garden. Bon appetit, oh Mama Mastermind. Thank you. So we're having some Olive Garden. I'm having some chicken Alfredo, maybe. I hope my doctor isn't watching this. Actually, I hope you are. No, because I definitely eat very carefully. So when I eat, I'm eating the kids' meal, Doc. I'm eating a little bit, not a lot. When you have pancreatitis, you have to eat very carefully and very little. The more you eat, the worse things will be. Hey, Bobby K, appreciate you with the super chat coming in there with the kitty, with the cat. What's that say? I'm blind, man. Where's my glasses at? Number one, I love it. All right, appreciate you, Bobby K. I love the little. They just come up with these cutest little things. I'd love to show y'all what it look. Well, you can see it on the screen. Y'all can see it. Well, maybe you can't. But anyway, there's her sticker right there. She's waving it. It's waving at everybody. I love that. That's too cool. Appreciate you, Bobby K. Thank you for that. And thank you for all of you who are members of the channel, people who are subscribing, and those who have not yet earned the subscription. I hope that as time goes on, I earn your subscription. And I hope that you end up becoming a member of our channel because this helps us make a goal. For those that understand how it works on YouTube, I'll explain that again. In order for me to get any money from this at all, you have to reach a monthly goal of $100 in order for you to receive a payout. Currently, right now, we're at 160 for the next payout. So we did make it. Thank you for everyone helping me get to that. What I'm working towards, and I want to run this past y'all, is I'm thinking about going to MJ BizCon, which is in December. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to come up with a couple dollars to get there because me and my cousin are going to drive to Vegas. And what that could mean is that we could be doing videos all the way to Vegas. And this will be like some kind of content because you would actually be seeing us on the road to the MJ BizCon, and we will be streaming throughout our journey. But we would definitely need y'all to help support. So if y'all interested in seeing us go to Vegas, seeing Ohio Cannabis Live, the whole thing just going up to MJ BizCon. I mean, what is MJ BizCon? MJ BizCon is a thing for cannabis businesses. This is an opportunity for you to help your brand get into a bigger space to kind of get on a national stage. This is something that happened once a year in December. It's very expensive. It's very far away. I mean, I'm in Ohio. We're in Ohio. And Vegas is big, but a lot of people go there every year. And this is something kind of like what they do in Cleveland. And hopefully we're going to be doing something big here every year with the Ohio Cannabis Expo. So we're getting there. Right now, we're still the small folk. We're still the little folk, and that's okay. That's all right, and we'll get there. But we've learned a lot, and I love to show all of y'all everything that we have learned. I'd love for you to take a look at our venue for the Ohio Cannabis Expo 2026 Columbus. You can check it out by visiting ohiocannabisexpo.com. You can go down to the bottom of the page, and you'll be able to actually see the venue. So yeah, I think that's something y'all should check out. And it's right, Lynette. Hit that like button. The more likes we get, the better it goes. This helps us out. Make sure you comment. Tell us how the weather is in your area. Make sure that you let everyone know about Ohio Cannabis Live and Ohio Cannabis Expo, and let everybody know that we're not going anywhere. We're only going to grow and network and have more people involved in this. And this is going to be a great thing because we're going to be having our expo in Memorial Day weekend. So we also are going to make sure that veterans are well recognized and represented there. And we are going to allow veterans to get in for free as well. I think I said it earlier, but I'm saying it again, just to make sure no one didn't miss it. If you have a friend or a family member who is a part of the cannabis community and also happens to be a veteran. Also, just to remind you, we're doing Veteran Boost for 250. So as I wrap today's show up, again, I've given y'all a very specific mission. I want y'all to understand that the most important part of it is that they're putting criminal penalties in there and they're making cannabis illegal again. We need to stop Sub Bill 56 from passing the Ohio Senate. If it passes the Ohio Senate, it's likely going to Governor DeWine's desk and it'll be passed. This will add new criminal penalties for different aspects of cannabis possession in the vehicle. This will cause new restrictions with housing, where you could lose your housing for cannabis reasons. You could have they even take away the protections for child care that was in there. If you have a professional license, your professional license could be at threat if they decide they want to revoke it because you're involved with cannabis. So this changes everything for not just consumers, but for consumers, business owners, business professionals, everybody involved essentially. So again, I want y'all to take this seriously. I want y'all to share this information with as many people as you can. I want to again thank all of y'all for coming here and watching our stream every Friday. And I also want to remind you that two more shows are coming. Good Morning with Mastermind and Ohio Cannabis Live Prime Time. Just to let you know what that's going to be about, just a sneak peek. Mastermind with Cannabis, I'm sorry, Good Morning with Mastermind will be a different show that features pretty much what the morning's like here when we're working, getting everything ready for the show for the week. It'll kind of be like a reality pre-show to the Friday show, but it will also have different topics. So it will not stay anchored in just what's going on in Ohio. It will go national. Other things will be covered. We will talk about other topics. There will be guests. Um, We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about aliens. We'll talk about conspiracies. We'll talk about, um, you know, name, image, and likeness. We'll talk about music. We'll talk about movies. We're going to talk about gardening. We'll talk about home grow. So it will jump to a whole different. This show we focus a lot into just news and weed news and journalism and this here on Good Morning Management. I assure you, I'm going to be clowning. It's gonna be not the same show as this one. I probably won't even be in this same kitchen, and I probably won't even be in the house. I don't know where we'll be at. We could be on my phone. We could be anywhere. That's what the whole Ohio Cannabis Live thing's about. So our goals here is we're still working towards getting a building. and we're still fundraising for that. But we're also still working towards the Ohio Cannabis Expo, May 22nd, May 23rd. We're also focusing in on making sure that we educate everyone about what's happening with Ohio Sub Bill 56, a threat to issue 2, a way that would change the law that we just voted for. And this is our biggest fear, that this would happen. And now it's potentially could happen at any point in time now. So we need to stay vigilant. As always, should you need to reach out to me, have questions, or something important that you think I missed in the stream you want me to know about, always feel free to email me at info@ohiocannabislive.com or at ohiocannabislive@gmail.com if you've messed up. So I'm on Gmail and I'm on my own thing. So again, I thank y'all all for being here. I will see all of y'all next stream. As you can see, Bigfoot is back. So I'll see all of y'all next time. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to let me know what you're having for dinner, the weather in your area, and don't forget to let me know what's worse, kids and weed or kids and alcohol. Peace.